Hello, everyone, and welcome to our radio show, or our podcast, actually.
Yes.
The I Walk Radio Show.
I Walk Radio.
We are today's host. I'm Johnny.
I am Mark.
Yeah, as you can tell, this is our first time actually trying this out, so
Yes.
it's a little awkward. But
This is
Mark,
the-
how are you lately?
The first episode of the I Walk Radio, and here we are, and we have been very busy these days.
Really?
Yes, we are preparing for our new album release, which
Yes.
is on July 15th.
The 15th.
And we have a lot prepared for you all, and I'm just so excited for it to come out. I actually listened to the album last night before going to sleep.
Really?
Yeah. And I was excited for the whole world to
Well,
listen to this.
I do remember it being now the sixth
The
full
sixth.
album.
Yes.
So, what's different about it?
The difference. I think the sixth album, like this being our sixth album, it really, I feel like every comeback was different from the previous one, but this one is just like obviously different.
Obviously
just from the
different.
fact that, you know,
I mean, the title track itself.
yeah, that as well, but like, so I think this album is obviously different just from the fact that it's not all nine of us on stage. And our fans are experiencing this with us for the first time as well. And so I think our whole staff, we all just had to focus on how we should do this for the first time. And I think that came out in the visuals and like in the music and everything. But it was just a different energy, and I feel like we were all just like on a different page, but you know, a lot of focusing in it. Yeah.
Well, personally, I felt the biggest difference when we were practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the choreography, like everything was different this time.
Yeah, there was a different mood, definitely.
And I think we all approached this project in a different attitude too, like
Yeah,
in a
definitely.
different mindset, because we knew that it was gonna be different. So, but I just wanted to say I'm proud.
Well, I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of us.
Okay,
Yeah.
you could say like that too.
I did it better. No, but like just like even to the members and to everyone that made this album together,
Yeah.
you know, I'm proud that we pulled it pulled it off, and
Yeah.
I hope you guys like it.
I mean, even today, I heard you're going to be filming track videos.
Yeah, and you're gonna be filming it tomorrow.
Yeah. So that's 근황 이야기,
Yeah.
right?
That is good money. I told you we're very busy. We have a lot.
It's a
for you
good
guys,
busy.
Yes. All right. What's your favorite song?
On the album.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's tough because I also listened to the album. I actually listened to the whole album like a few times a day.
Okay.
I would say the song I want to perform the most, not including like the title track, would probably be Raindrop.
We've said this before.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say Raindrop for now.
Okay.
Okay. But like the one I really like listening to would probably be 영화처럼.
I had a feeling you were gonna say it because I decided that 영화처럼 was my favorite for now.
Really?
Yesterday I was like, all right, it's 영화처럼 for me.
Yeah.
But like,
Aren't you the 도입부?
I mean, yeah, that too, I guess. But like, just like throughout the whole song, it felt like a very, I don't know, it was good. It's a good song to listen
Yeah.
to.
So are we gonna decide on 영화처럼 together?
Yeah, 영화처럼.
No, but you know,
Can't help myself.
I was listening to the album and I was like thinking actually like the whole album is very concerty.
Yeah. Like I was listening to Gas too.
Yeah, and
I
that
was like-
song is very concerty.
Yeah. Like I literally had that in my mind yesterday listening to it, just at a
Gas.
concert. And like around the end, it goes, it really turns up.
Yeah, dude.
Like-
There's like a dance
Yeah,
break.
yeah. Alright. 비그덕 타이틀곡 제목이 정해진 사연.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, I'm glad
Uh,
we're saying this though.
I mean, the song was usually called when we first heard it, it was called Through the Wall, I think.
Through the wall. Yeah.
Through the Wall. And as soon as how'd you feel when you first heard it?
Alright, when I first heard it, it felt like a 50 Cent song.
Yeah, dude.
Like I mean, alright, I
It
mean
was
by that
kind of,
as
it was
in,
very 2000s.
yeah, it was very, it had that old school vibe, that hip hop old school vibe, But it was very catchy, and the concept was just so distinct just from the first listen, and yeah, like it leaves an impression, obviously, like yeah, and so I felt like it was very powerful, like from the first listen, but I was like, "Ah, would this be the right one for our title track? Like I was going back and forth, but I'm really glad it ended up with this song being the title track.
I mean, I think what really completed or like what made me feel so confident
Yeah.
was when the lyrics came out. Like the main theme was 비그덕.
Yeah.
Like that's like how many times do you think that comes out in the lyrics? That's definitely going to be a question one day, but like at least like 20 times, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember thinking like I don't know if this should be the title of the song. It's very catchy.
Yeah.
If you just translate 비그덕, it's not that good of a meaning.
I mean, I didn't even know that though, honestly. I didn't know that it had a negative side to it. And so like we had a vote even, and I think the members, for the first time since debut, we're never really like all 9 of us in one like
Yeah.
into one.
Even while choosing the title track, they
Yeah,
were like,
like usually we don't decide on something like having all 9 people, all 9 members deciding on that one option.
we're a democracy. It's
Yeah.
usually like,
Yeah, we go with the majority.
Yeah.
But for this song, we were like, yeah, it has to be called 비그덕.
why did you want it to be 비그덕?
Because for me, the only reason was 비그덕 is a word that once you hear it,
Yeah, dude.
it's like you instantly remember.
Same.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what you kind of have to go with.
Yeah.
But
So what would you say 비그덕 is? Like
in English,
like yeah. What do you think it means?
비그덕 is like, it's like wait, how do you say that in English? Wow, I actually don't know.
It's kind of like if you were while you're walking and all of a sudden like you hit your knee on the table, and then like
No, but like, isn't there a word for it?
비그덕?
I mean, something where like while you're,
Like a swagger?
no, it's like,
No, but like the literal meaning, I think,
Yo, I
like
never
if
thought
you
of that.
put it like as an image, it would be like you're walking and then you stub your toe and then you keep on walking and then you're walking with the stub toe. That would be like 비그덕 in my head.
anyways, yeah, it is that image of you walking with that, in that motion, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I never thought of that. We need to think of a way to explain this.
I feel like I just did.
Oh, but yeah, that wasn't that bad. But
Yeah, I mean, like it's not. It's because like the walk is. You don't just walk. You gotta like.
yeah. And one thing that I want to add is that when we first heard the song, it was just so English, like through the wall, but it was so catchy. And I was like, the word that replaces this has to be, like, it's just so important.
Yeah.
비그덕 was just, and for it to be Korean. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is gonna be a hard job.
We were worried about that
But
too.
yeah, but like the guy who wrote it, and he wrote a lot of our songs for this album particularly. But I think he, like really,
Uchan.
yeah, I'm really glad he.
Shout out to Uchan.
Shout out to Uchan, yeah.
Well, how was recording?
Um,
Do you remember?
yeah,
Because you've been recording a lot of songs.
it was very 정신없어. I don't want this to be a meme or anything.
Oh.
Like, a lot of people come up to us saying like, "Oh, yo, I saw how you and Johnny were talking about. Is this 일반 city?" I did not intend that just now. Like it was very 정신없어. I didn't intend that. But then the moment I said it, I was like, "Oh, this sounds familiar." 아무튼,
의식하지 마, 의식하지 마.
넘어갈게요. 아무튼 근데 진짜 정신없이 녹음 막 엄청 하다가 but for 비그덕, I remember just like 녹음 뭐 그렇게 하고 하는데, and then when we got the tune monitor, Johnny texted me up saying, "Yo, you killed the first verse."
Yeah,
I actually
dude.
didn't have any thoughts on it, but he was like, "Yo, you killed the first verse," and I was like, "Really?"
Yeah.
And then I gotta go listen to it, and then yeah, it made me feel good.
I remember I had to. Everybody doubled your lyrics.
After I recorded,
I think it was probably after you recorded.
Okay.
And that's so I kept on listening to it, and like while I was listening to it, I was like, oh yeah. And
was fun.
in the song, I love your
Oh really?
I love your ass.
Yeah. I think I'm like since debut I've been doing so many like ad libs.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Well, how did you record?
I mean, I think I just went in with like the I don't care mindset.
Don't care about a thing.
Yeah, like I was like method youngie man.
Dang. Oh, oh, you were for the song.
Yeah.
That is a good approach.
Yeah, and the thing is, the song's pretty energetic.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? Energetic.
Yeah.
It's pretty like hype, but we, especially the chorus, we kind of recorded without like a lot of like strength.
I actually redid mine. The first time I recorded it, it was pretty weak. Me too. Like
아, 너무 weak했어?
it was kind of weak for me, so I had to redo mine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just like it was kind of airy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It was like let's do it again.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the fun part about recording.
You know how we were talking about the 50 Cent reference?
Yeah.
What type of hip hop, old school songs were you kind of into when you were young,
When I was young,
or just like any
I
of your
mean,
favorite?
For me, everything was what was on the radio. For me, that was like
No, but like any specifically though, like any hip hop song that kind of.
no. So like, what came on the radio for me was what I listened to, Kiss FM 103.5. I still remember it, but like when I was growing up, 50 Cent was like super hot.
No, I mean, I don't. This is kind of a coincidence, but before we even heard about Beagle Dog, you were kind of into 50 Cent.
I was.
Like,
I was
again. You kind of
w-
had.
Yeah, he came up on my feet a lot, so I started
Yeah.
listening to him again. And
Yeah,
like,
like, he showed me a lot. Like, yeah.
yeah, dude. And then as soon as I heard the title track, I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is it.
Yeah,
I was waiting
he
for
liked
this.
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I don't know why, but like I was gonna say Eminem, because for me, I think my first like hip hop encounter musically,
He's like your mentor, no?
yeah, like he really was.
Yeah.
Especially like during my trainee life, my first hip hop experience, like musically, that encounter to me was Eminem. But since you said radio, I do want to like share my first experience of I heard Lighters. Do you know the song
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
on the
Bruno
radio for
Mars.
the first time? And I was like, I was in New York too, and I was like,
I mean, that's not hip hop, but like, okay.
that's what I meant to. I was like, it's not hip hop. Like Eminem was hip hop, but like because he said radio, I just want to say
Yeah.
Lighters for some reason. I don't know. Like that was the first song, even before coming to the company, that made me want to copy a rap. You know?
Yeah.
From
I mean,
Eminem.
I think like
Yeah.
when we were young, like it had to be on the radio for like you, for it to be like a popular song, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely a thing.
문제는 다 pass. What if I was in this situation?
Which situation?
That was the intro. Okay.
Okay. Oh, it's a corner.
Yeah. 문제는 다 pass.
What if I were in this situation? 네, 이번 코너고요. 약간 좀 곤란하고 당황스러운 순간에 위티께 어떻게 대처를 할까?
네.
약간 우리 둘만의 상황을 약간 생각하고 막
맞아요.
어떻게 대처할지에 대한 약간 그런 코너인데요.
자니와 마크가 도와주러 왔습니다. 여러분들의 고민을.
네, 그럼 첫 번째 예시 들어볼게요. 아침에 정신없이 집을 나와 일터에 나왔는데 양말을 짝짝이로 신고 나와 버렸다. 직장 동료가 짝짝이로 신으셨네요 하고 지적을 하는데 이때 나는 어떤 식으로 대답해야 할까?
난 바로
나도 바로 왔어.
형부터 할래?
아, 너부터 해.
편견을 깨세요. 바로 난 잘못한 게 내가 잘못한 게 아니라 너가 잘못한 거야.
근데 그건 남 탓이지.
그러네. 미안. 근데 이럴 때일수록 당황해야 돼. 예를 들면
당황해야 된다고?
당당해야 돼.
당당해야지.
Because I think 그러니까 나는 뭔가 바보처럼 보일까봐 두려워하면 안 된다 생각해요. 아니면 뭐 의도한 것처럼. 내가 사실 짝짝이로 쉬는 거 내가 몰라? 쓸 것 같아?
티 많이 났겠다. 너는.
근데 일단은 아니 그러니까 저한테는 방법이 두 가지인데요. 그렇게 당당하게 오히려 나가던가 아니면 두 번째로는 그냥 받아들이고
생각이 너무 많다.
그러네.
어.
모르겠어. 난 그냥 당당하게 나가는 게 맞겠다 싶어.
근데 나도 약간 비슷한데 like I would be kind of like 뻔뻔해.
예.
Like and be like 요즘 패션 몰라요? 약간 이런 식으로.
그치.
요즘 이게 유행이에요.
그치.
그냥 약간 둘 다 약간 일부러 의도한 듯이.
예. 양말. I mean, yeah, having two different colors. Yeah. I mean, like they don't have to match all the time.
아 근데 first of all, like I don't make those kind of mistakes. I just want to say that.
근데 me neither. Alright, next one. 내가 정우와 길을 걷고 있는데 누군가가 정우를 치고 지나갔다.
와 crazy 아니야?
하지만 상대방이 아무런 사과를 하지 않은 상황. 정우가 당황한
기색이다.
기색이다. 정우를 위해 예의 없는 그 사람에게 찾아가 어떤 식으로 위트 있게 이야기를
그래도 마지막까지 읽으면 안 돼? 혼자 머릿속으로 읽지 말고.
이야기를 꺼낼까?
어.
저기요. 할 말 없어요?
누구세요?
아, 할 말 없어요? 아, 네, 죄송합니다.
네.
장난이고, 정우를 지정하대 쳤어. 근데
지금 이입하는 거야? 표정 봐. 너 화 못 내잖아.
근데 나 진짜 솔직하게 나 방금 진짜 몰입했거든요. 나 그냥 약간 정우야 우리가 참자. 나 이렇게 했을 것 같아.
진짜 너 S지?
말 못했을 것 같긴 해.
너 S지?
S?
어.
나 N이긴 한데.
너 N이야?
형 어떻게 했어? 형 보여줘.
나? 나는 약간 우리 상황이 그래도 막 누구한테 막 가서 막 갑자기 주먹을 날릴 순 없잖아. 그러면 나는 그 사람한테 가서 내가 죄송하다고 할 것 같아.
저기요.
저기요. 죄송해요. 갈 것 같아.
뭐야 그게?
그냥
오히려
그치.
그것도 무슨 말인지 알 것 같은데 나는 근데 진짜 현실적으로는 진짜 그냥 못했을 것 같고.
아니 나 알았다. 나는 차라리 난 정우한테 야 뭐 어떻게 해줘? 뭐 따라가?
그래서 따라가
안 따라가지. 근데 그냥 정우한테 그걸 보여줄 것 같아. 내가 지켜줄게.
그치.
근데 진짜는 지켜주지 않을 거야. 약간 이런 느낌?
맞아. 진짜 이건 진짜 현실적으로 있을 법한 상황이었어.
야. 네, 두 번째 상황으로 넘어가 볼게요. 도영이가 나를 집으로 초대해서 손수 맛있는 파스타를 만들어줬다. 근데 실수로 소금과 설탕을 착각했는지 엄청나게 단 파스타가 만들어졌는데 속상해하는 도영이에게 어떤 식으로 말을 꺼낼까?
난 이런 거 좀 잘해.
해봐. 마크야 진짜 미안해. 진짜 망했다.
근데 나 형이 이런 실수도 할 수 있구나 막 이렇게 시작하면서 귀엽다고 했을 것 같아.
멤버들 보고 귀엽다고 그만해.
맞아. 근데 진짜 그만해야 되는데. 도영이 형이 너무 귀여워한다고. 근데 확실한 거는 헷갈려도 잘 헷갈렸어. 이 상황에는 차라리 단 게 나아. You know what I mean? It's not salty. 난 이런 식으로도 했을 것 같아. 형 그래도 차라리 단 게 낫다. You know what I mean? 막 나도 근데 거짓말을 하려고 하진 않아. 나는 위로는 거짓말로 되고 싶진 않아. You know what I mean? So I don't want to be like, yo, 아야 맛있는데? Like I do want to say hey, but like I'm glad you mixed it with the sugar though, rather than the salt. Like you know. 형, 난 이것도 진짜 진심이었어. 방금.
진심인지
현실적.
느껴져. 너무 느껴져. 나는 차라리 그냥 뭐 괜찮아 디저트부터 먹었지 뭐 약간 이런.
근데 형도 이런 거는 진짜 도영 형이어서 더.
디저트 좋아해. 약간 이런 느낌으로 했을 것 같아.
다음 세 번째 상황. 현재 유행하고 있는 영화를 보러 영화관에 왔다. 자리에 앉아 영화를 감상하고 있는데 내 앞자리 사람이 계속 핸드폰을 한다. 핸드폰 불빛 때문에 영화를 보러 온 모두가 불편한 상황. 어떤 식으로 앞 사람에게 말을 꺼낼까?
뭐 목에 뭐 걸렸어? 콩 걸렸어. 아 약간 소심하게.
사실 모르겠어. 이렇게도 못했을 거야. 솔직히 말을 어떻게 하지?
나는 옆에 있는 친구를 이용했을 것 같아.
아 진짜.
약간, 약간 마크랑 영화 보고 있는데 앞 사람이 그러고 있으면 야 마크야 요즘 핸드폰 써도 돼? 약간 이런 식으로 약간 좀 크게 말했을 것 같아. 그치 요즘 핸드폰 써도 되지 영화관에서. 약간 이런 식으로.
와 이거 진짜 이거는 효과 미쳤을 것 같아. 딱 그 앞 사람.
아니면 뭐 봐요?
근데 이거는 이 방법 괜찮긴 하다. 근데 친구가 만약에 없어. 그럼 어떡해?
없어?
혼자 보러 갔어.
그럼 옆에 있는 사람한테 물어보면 되지. 저기요 요즘 핸드폰 써도 돼요?
와 이거는 이거 좋았다.
네, 네 번째 상황이죠. 태영이와 약속을 잡아 만나기로 했는데 옷을 거꾸로 입고 갔다. 주변에 사람들이 많은 상황인데 태영이는 모르는 듯하다. 이때 태영이에게 어떤 식으로 얘기해주면 좋을까?
아 태영 형이 옷을 거꾸로 입었다고?
너무 쉬운데 이건?
이건 뭐
아 이거 이렇게 입는 거야?
와 이거 진짜 좋았다. 이거 레알이었다. 나는 그냥 형 택 보여. 형 이거 택 보이는데 나 약간 이랬을 것 같은데.
약간 어쩌라고.
맞아? 아, 내가
Is this right?
요즘 이제 이렇게 나오나? 약간 이런. 근데 어떻게 보면 비슷하다. 근데 약간
아 근데 요즘 그런 옷들이 있어.
맞아 그렇긴 해서 나도 맞아
어.
이렇게 물어보는 거지. 오케이 다섯 번째 상황입니다. 스케줄을 위해 출근한 나. 공개 행사라 수많은 카메라와 시신이가 있는 자리입니다. 멋지게 걷고 있는데 긴 바지자락에 발이 걸려 그만 넘어지고 말았다. 넘어진 나를 걱정하며 웅성거리는 사람들에게 아무렇지 않은 척 어떻게 대처할까?
바로 포즈 취해야지.
나는 바로 아예 바닥에 내 손이 닿았어?
난 그렇게 상상하고 있었는데.
아 까비. 그러면
잔이 공항 바닥에서 포즈 취한다. 약간 이런 기사 나게끔.
마크는 몸으로 삐그덕을 표현했다. 사실 모르겠어. 만약에 진짜 막 공항에서 딱 했는데 넘어졌어.
아닌 척 할 것 같은데 너는?
나 그냥 약간 아니면 진짜 대놓고 했으면 차라리 나도 그냥 웃었을 것 같아. 그냥
아
약간 너무 대놓고 됐다 싶으면은 약간 빼박 넘어졌고 누가 봐도 뭔 약간 그런 좀 창피한 상황일 때는 100% 본인도 그걸 받아들이고 즐겨야 할 때도 있는 것 같아요.
아니면 푸시업 했을 것 같아.
푸시업?
어.
와 근데 그거는 진짜 형 성격이면 가능했다. 나는 못했을 것 같아.
오케이.
또 잔이 형이 영어로 WALK walk으로 사행시를 준비했다고 합니다.
아 그래요? 사행시네.
뭐 like walk이면 뭐
예.
오케이, 오케이.
그거지.
오케이. W
Walk with me, baby.
A
All the time, baby.
L
Like we in love, baby.
K.
Kill me, baby.
좋았다. Alright, next.
W.
Wherever you go,
A.
anywhere you go,
That's okay. L.
look for
K. Kellogg cereal. What are you gonna say? Come on. What am I looking for?
Korean boy band NCT 127.
괜찮았다. 좀 오래 걸리긴 했는데 괜찮았다.
죄송합니다. 오케이, 비그덕 walk 활동을 앞두고 마음가짐.
이번 활동 좀 기대되는 게 이번에 그 We worked with the We Them Boys랑 같이 이번에 안무 작업을
We them
했는데
boys.
안무가 너무 재밌게 나왔어.
맞아요.
그래서 약간 무대하는 게 재밌을 것 같다라는 생각하고 그러면서 또 무대가 재밌으면 활동 자체가 재밌지 않을까. 재밌게 하자 이런 마음가짐이죠.
나는 이 시점에서 to have Bigda come out at this time of our career, in the middle of all of the situations that we're going through, I think it's the perfect song.
오.
그래서 I'm actually very excited, and I'm really glad that NCT 127 met this song,
Yeah.
and I believe that there will be a chemistry with this song in the world. Like
I just wanted to say like
Yeah, okay.
it all kind of like added up really well too. Just like the making of the song too.
Yeah, everything fell in place.
Yep.
So Bigda 가자.
See?
And you know what? Like, for us especially, like, depending on the song, it really defines how we kind of set our minds to this 활동 or to this album, to this comeback.
Yeah.
Because it really starts from the music, but we're really enjoying the song first of all, like genuinely, and at this point of our career, for us to really have fun with the song, our song, and our album, I'm really glad and grateful about that too.
And also, I think, you know how you said, like, in this point of our career,
Yeah.
like, yada, yada, yada? Like, no, like, that we're at a point where we really don't care about things that we don't need to care about. I feel like.
We really don't care about things that we don't need. That's a good thing then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when you debut or, like, you're still in, like, your early years of, like, 활동, you really care about things that you don't need to care about, but we really don't care about things that we don't need to care about anymore. Like fully, I think in our like, and that's
In a,
why,
in a
like,
good way.
Yeah,
Because yeah.
and it's just like the perfect song to show that, I guess.
All right. This is the end of our episode.
That was
for-
fast.
Yeah, I Walk Radio. Yeah, that was really fast. And I'm very glad that we got to start this podcast off, the two of us. And I believe that our fans will enjoy watching this. And like I said, Bigda, Walk, 127, coming your way. I hope you guys enjoyed this album. Very, very excited. And hope to see you all soon.
What he said. No. Just thank you for watching this episode of I Walk Radio. Being here with Mark on this podcast and just talking about all the things we did preparing for this album really gets me excited. And I'm sure Seasonies will enjoy this song. I know they will. And I hope it's one of those songs where even in your saddest days will make you happy and want to dance. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be here next time. See you on the next episode of I Walk Radio.
Peace. Let's go.